Thank you. We appreciate your partnership as well. And Dr. Martin, thank you for all the work that the University of Michigan has done to help us. Really appreciate it. So before I open it up for Q&A, I thought that I would take a moment to say a few words. This has been a tough time. There's no question. We've been 12 weeks into this, and it is something that I think has been difficult for many. This crisis is not about me, and it never has been. It's about a killer virus that is confronting all Americans. We need to have some perspective and remember that this is about the people of Michigan who are mourning the loss of a loved one or the loss of a business or a job. It's about our brave first responders who put their lives on the line taking care of others. Over the past couple of months, we have seen an explosion of rampant rumors and violent death threats against my family and me online. Because of that, I'm not going to get into the business of refuting and discussing every aspect of my whereabouts or dispelling every inaccurate statement or post, because frankly, there's just too many to keep up with. That said, I do feel compelled to address the most recent one about my husband, Mark. My husband made a failed attempt at humor last week when checking in with the small business that helps with our boat and dock up north. Knowing it wouldn't make a difference, he jokingly asked if being married to me might move him up in the queue. Obviously, with the motorized boating prohibition in our early days of COVID-19, he thought it might get a laugh. It didn't. And to be honest, I wasn't laughing either when it was relayed to me, because I knew how it would be perceived. He regrets it. I wish it wouldn't have happened, and that's really all we have to say about it. My family, like most, has been staying home these last couple of months. For me, that included effectively canceling my own daughter's prom and graduation ceremony. But it gets worse. My family has had men with automatic rifles standing in view of our front window outside of our home. We have read the vile things people have said and written in response to my stay home, stay safe order. My daughters have seen the likeness of their mother hung from a noose in effigy. We have weathered demonstrations that were egged on or participated in by some sitting Republican leaders. Even my neighbors have been terrorized as they tried to enjoy their Memorial Day weekend up in Antrim County, despite the fact that I was 200 miles away. COVID-19 has been a tough chapter for us all. I'm not likening my experience to that of someone who is mourning the loss of a loved one, or their business, or their job. But that's why, precisely, we have to get this right. Because none of us, not one of us, ever wants to go through this again with a second wave. Now, I'm not going to be bullied into ignoring the science and making political calculations. And as we have seen across the country, let's not us here in Michigan have made this sacrifice in vain and see our numbers start to rise again. It'll be a long time before we have vaccines or herd immunity or a cure. And that means we have to learn to live with this virus for the time being. That means masks and distancing and hand washing. It means staying close to home. We need to rise to this occasion and not devolve into our worst selves. And that means everyone should take a deep breath. Let's all take a moment to show some empathy. Let's all try to show a little kindness. And let's all try to have a little patience. That goes for my family and for yours. Because we are all Michiganders, and we are all in this together.